Love can survive distance, pain, and even time, but it rarely survives doubt. One unspoken fear, one false assumption, and everything begins to fall apart. This emotional story will show you how doubt destroys love before you even realize what's happening.
Winter arrived early that year. The forest, once alive with color and sound, now stood wrapped in silence. Snow fell gently, layer by layer, covering the ground like a white blanket that hid both beauty and danger beneath it. The trees stood tall and still, their branches heavy with frost, as if time itself had slowed down. On one such frozen branch sat two birds. They were small, but their bond was strong, or at least it once had been. One was named Aaron, a crested bird with sharp eyes and a restless heart. The other was Lena, quieter, softer, with feathers the color of early dawn. They had survived many seasons together, storms, hunger, predators, and long journeys across skies that tested their wings. They had built a life together, but now something invisible sat between them. Doubt, the beginning of love. Aaron and Lena met during spring, when the forest was young and forgiving. Flowers bloomed freely, insects filled the air, and food was abundant. Lena had injured her wing while escaping a hawk, and Aaron had noticed her struggling near the riverbank. He could have flown away. Instead, he stayed. He brought her seeds. He guarded her at night. He chirped softly when fear shook her tiny body. Days turned into weeks, and her wing healed, not just because of time, but because of care. From that moment, their lives intertwined. They built a nest together high on a pine tree. It wasn't perfect, but it was theirs. When storms came, Aaron shielded the nest with his wings. When food was scarce, Lena rationed every seed so they could survive together. They didn't need promises, they had trust. The first seed of doubt. Trouble rarely arrives loudly. It whispers. One afternoon, as summer faded into autumn, Aaron noticed Lena talking to another bird near the berry bushes. The bird was larger, with bright feathers and confident movements. Aaron watched from a distance. Lena laughed. Aaron's heart tightened. He told himself it meant nothing. Birds talk, birds laugh. Still, something uncomfortable settled inside him. That night, when Lena returned to the nest, Aaron was quiet. "Is something wrong?" Lena asked. "Nothing," Aaron replied. But it wasn't nothing. It was the first crack in something beautiful.
When silence replaces communication. Days passed, and Aaron grew watchful. Every time Lena flew out alone, his thoughts followed her. He imagined conversations that never happened, betrayals that existed only in his mind. Instead of asking, he assumed. Instead of trusting, he doubted. Lena noticed the change. Aaron no longer sang in the mornings. He no longer shared stories of the sky. He was present, but distant. "Did I do something wrong?" she asked one evening. Aaron looked away. No. That single word built a wall thicker than any storm. Doubt grows faster than love. Autumn deepened. Food became scarce. Survival required teamwork, but doubt weakens cooperation. One morning, Aaron accused Lena. "I saw you," he said sharply. "With him." Lena froze. "With who?" "That bird near the berries." She blinked in confusion. "He asked where the river had gone dry. That's all." Aaron scoffed. "That's what you say." Lena felt pain sharper than winter air. "After everything? You don't believe me?" Aaron didn't answer. Silence again. But this time, it wasn't quiet. It was heavy. The cost of distrust. When trust breaks, love starts to bleed. Lena stopped explaining herself. She felt tired of defending a truth that should have been obvious. Aaron, on the other hand, mistook her silence for guilt. Their nest, once warm, became cold even before winter arrived. They still shared food, still slept on the same branch, but emotionally they were miles apart. Doubt had done what storms and predators never could. It had entered their hearts. Winter's cruel test. Then came the storm. storm. The harshest winter the forest had seen in years. Snow buried food sources. Winds snapped branches. Many birds fled south, but Aaron and Lena couldn't. Lena's wing, though healed, was still weak for long journeys. They had no choice but to endure. One freezing night, Lena collapsed from exhaustion. Her body trembled violently. Aaron watched her struggle and hesitated. A terrible thought crossed his mind. What if she never truly cared? That single doubt delayed him, only for a moment, but sometimes a moment is enough to destroy everything.
Regret comes too late. Aaron finally moved, wrapping his wings around Lena, sharing his warmth, but her breathing was shallow now. Her eyes barely opened. "Aaron," she whispered, "I never betrayed you." Her voice wasn't angry. It was tired. That's when Aaron felt it. Real understanding. Not suspicion, not jealousy, but truth. Tears froze on his feathers as guilt crushed his chest. "I was afraid," he said. "I thought I would lose you." Lena smiled weakly. "Doubt already made you lose me." With the sunrise, Lena was gone. The empty branch. Spring returned eventually. The forest bloomed again, but one branch remained silent. Aaron stayed there, alone, watching other birds build nests, feed their partners, and trust without fear. Every laugh Lena once shared echoed in his memory. He understood now. Love is not destroyed by enemies. It is destroyed by doubt. The moral. Doubt is a slow poison. It doesn't scream. It doesn't warn. It quietly eats away at trust, communication, and connection. Love needs care. It needs honesty. And above all, it needs belief. When you choose doubt over dialogue, suspicion over trust, and fear over faith, you may one day realize you protected your ego but destroyed your love. Final message to the reader. If someone loves you, talk to them. If something hurts, ask. Don't assume. If fear rises, face it together. Because once doubt destroys what love built, even regret cannot rebuild it.